Hello, so another beer review. So today we have a beer from the Mash Gang, and it's an alcohol-free beer because that's what the Mash Gang do. It's a can of their Stoop, an American Pilsner, 0.5% ABV, hopped with Styrian Wolf, Galaxy and Nelson Sauvin. Yeah, Mash Gang, primarily an alcohol-free brewery, though they have done some collabs which have had a little bit of alcohol in it, like the ones with Northern Monk, that's sort of the sours they did, which were fantastic. And I've heard good things about the Mash Gang. I've been wanting to try some of their alcohol-free beers for a while. For me, the bar is still with Lucky Saint. You know, that's still as good as I've had an alcohol-free beer. I have had one by them. I bought two beers from them. I've had that already. It was a chug, which was a pale ale, or an extra pale ale, I think they called it. It was all right. You know, it was one of the better, certainly, pale ales, but I've had, but it's still, you know, it didn't blow me away. It was all right though. You know, and I've had lagers tend to be better from my experience at the alcohol-free lagers than alcohol-free pale ales. So, yeah, let's see what they've got to say. Kicking it old school. Heavily influenced by a love of 80s dad beers, taking a traditionally mass-produced beer and injecting a bit of love and attention, lightly hopped and aged on oak for a refreshing dry finish. This throwback lager isn't going to win any awards, but it's a slab of crushable, crispy boys. And I think that's what you want with alcohol-free beers. You just want, you know, something that tastes like a beer, but gives you that sort of, you know, that effect of having a beer, scratches that itch, as I always say, of having a beer without consuming the alcohol, really. And so, yeah, let's get this cracked open. Oh, yeah, fantastic. That's gone everywhere. I've probably been waving it around and stuff. Oh, bloody hell's gone everywhere. We're professionals. Let's just get on with it. You know, I've got beer all down me, but, you know, I've lost quite a bit of it, but let's hope what we haven't lost is good. God almighty. Yes. So, yeah, pale, slightly hazy beer in the glass. It looks the part, good carbonation, nice white head. Let's go in for the smell. Now, it does have that alcohol-free smell, I'm not going to lie. That sort of sweet, weirdly sweet, almost cereal-like smell. But yeah, there's a bit of breadiness. Bit of honey, maybe even a bit of hoppiness as well, a bit of malt. There's certainly the smell of a good lager underneath that alcohol-free smell. Let's go in for the sip. Nice mouthfeel, nice carbonation. It's quite similar to Lucky Saint actually in taste. Yeah, nice, crisp and refreshing. You know, it feels like a beer in terms of mouthfeel, body, carbonation. It feels like a lager, but it does have a little bit of alcohol-free taste. Not as prominent as it was on the smell, but it's there. Bit of lemon, maltiness, bit lime maybe. It's a good effort. It's a good effort. A little bit of breadiness. But yeah, it's very citrusy. There isn't a huge amount of sort of, like, it's not very overly sweet, not particularly sweet compared to some lagers. It's definitely kind of akin to what they described it as. It is kind of, it's got that sort of slightly, I guess, American lager, what they call like American adjunct lager, whatever you want to call them, to them, it's got a sort of slight corny, like corn-like taste to it. But as an alcohol-free beer, yeah, it's solid. It's refreshing, easy drinking. Feels like a beer. Kind of tastes like a beer. It still, like I said, still has that alcohol-free taste, which I'm yet to have an alcohol. Even Lucky Saint had it a little bit, and I do find Lucky Saint does vary from batch to batch. Like I've had, the one I reviewed was fantastic. I've had ones which have been less good. Still for the most part, it's the best alcohol-free beer I've had. I still think I'd probably say it's edges this. It is better than this, but this is a good effort. And it's certainly one of the better alcohol-free beers I've had. I'd happily drink it again. If the only reason I probably wouldn't purchase it again is the price. It's a lot more expensive than Lucky Saint. Obviously, being a much smaller brewery, a craft brewery, of course you're going to pay that premium. Okay, it is a bigger can, but I think this was over £3 for a can of it, and Lucky Saint, what you're paying, £1.50 for a bottle, or you can get like a 4-pack for like £6-7. Even that I don't think is particularly cheap if you compare it to, alcohol lagers in supermarkets and stuff. But, as a alcohol-free craft lager, yeah, it's solid. And like I said, the only reason I wouldn't probably buy this again is the price. I'd probably go for Lucky Saint instead. Just it's more available, easier to get hold of, and yeah, it's more budget friendly, and I get, they're still expensive to make these alcohol-free beers and stuff. Probably a lot of it, you've got to do like reverse osmosis or whatever it is, isn't it, to sort of do it. I think some do sort of liquor back as well, which is probably the bad way to do it, but. I gave Lucky Saint a 4. Obviously taking into account it's alcohol-free beer. Taking into account this is an alcohol-free beer. Obviously it's going to get a little bit of a bonus because it is alcohol-free. I can't really give it the same score as what I'd give it if it was a 5% lager. So, I'll probably give it a 3.5 out of 5, which I think is the second highest I've ever rated a alcohol-free beer. So, it's decent, it's good. It probably is the second best alcohol-free beer I had, but it's not unlucky. It's not quite at Lucky Saint's level. Lucky Saint's still the king for me. And yeah, thank you for watching. Yeah, if there's any other alcohol-free beers that are worth seeking out, you think, whatever style, I don't mind. I always find alcohol-free stouts are a bit wishy-washy. Yeah, the alcohol-free Guinness, that was pretty decent, to be fair. But yeah, if there's any other alcohol-free stouts which are worth looking out for, or maybe you get reviewed on the channel, not stouts, sorry, beers in general, yeah, let us know and I can see if I can seek them out. But thank you for watching. Please drop us your thoughts below, give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell icon to be alerted of all future videos, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.